Okay, so we have here our problems. So this is basically a system of linear equations. And basically, in a system of linear equations, there's always going to be two different variables. But in the two equations, the variables have the same value. So usually it's presented as y and as x, the two different values that you have to find. So in order to do this, using the substitution method, you will basically plug the y value, in this case negative 5x minus 5, into the second equation right here where it says 7y. So why don't you do that for me, plug it in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so from here you have to distribute negative 7 into what you have in parentheses here. So can you do that? Okay, good. Okay, so now from here you're going to put together the two x values. So you'll add together negative 5x and positive 35x. Okay, now what you're going to do is subtract 35 on both sides of the equation. Okay, so now that you have the negative 30 on this side, you're going to divide each side by 30. And that gives you your x value. So now what you're going to do is take whichever problem you want, whichever you think is easiest, and you're going to plug in the x value into that in order to find the y value. Okay, let me see what you have. Okay, good. So you plugged in that. So now it's pretty easy to find the y value. Keep going. Okay, cool. So now how you're going to show your answer is you're going to do the coordinates of it, basically. I don't know if you remember how to do that, but it's x first, then y. So you'll put negative 1, comma, 0 in parentheses. Good job! Okay, now for the next problem. Now for the next problem. You're gonna do the same thing, but you're using x. So here you're gonna plug in the x value into the second equation. Okay, good. So now all you need to do is distribute the 3 into that. Let me know if you need help, and I have my calculator. You need... Ooh, okay, Mom. Okay, good. So now you're going to combine the two y values to get negative 22, right? Yep, okay, good. So now add 72 to that.
All right, no.
Is 66? Okay, that's good. So then you divide that out. Divide both sides by 22. Okay.
That's not right, is it? No, 33. Sorry. No.
30?
Yeah, 33.
Should be 3.
Sorry.
Right? Yeah. That's 3, right? Mom, do you need me to check?
No, it's right. It's right.
Okay, good. You got it.
Yay.
Okay, so now you're gonna plug your y value into the easiest
Solve
equation
x.
for you. Yeah, and solve for x.
So x equals 24 plus 6 times
Negative 3.
3. So x equals 24 minus 18. X equals 6. So I have 6, negative 3.
Good job, Mom. Okay. Okay, so now it's going to get a little bit harder. Do you feel good about this right now? Okay, good, because there's going to be a quiz tomorrow.
Okay.
A graded quiz. Not kidding. Okay. So for this section, this is the second method of solving for the equations, which is called the elimination method. So basically, you have two equations, but it doesn't necessarily flat out say like y equals negative 5x plus 5 like it did last time. So you have to do some fixing to the equations before you go into solving for the variables in it. So in this case, you can see that 2x and x are very similar. So what you're going to do is you're going to multiply the bottom equation by negative 2.
Oh,
So then then you're going to add the equations together.
but
So,
if you multiply it times negative 1, you can eliminate the y.
or you could do that, Mom. Miss Sassy Pants. Okay, so do you want to do it by negative 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to multiply that by negative 1. And we're going to get x minus y equals 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then the top's going to stay the same. Equals the negative 15. Okay. So now from here, what you would do is add both of the equations together. Okay. So just so that you see that that's separated, I'm going to put it all in parentheses. So then to add it all together, it would be, what is that?
Minus x.
Negative x, plus 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Equals to
Negative 9.
9. Okay.
So x equals 9.
Yeah, so now x equals 9. So now here, go ahead and plug in your x value into whichever equation you want. Good job. Well, you have to write the answer, Mom. Otherwise, it'll be counted wrong.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Good job.
Yay.
Okay, so now, on to the next problem. So what do you think you would do here? What do you see, like, on this half of it that you could do?
Multiply times negative 3.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to multiply this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where this is going.
Okay, now plug your x value back into one of the equations. Good job, Mom. Good job. Okay, so that concludes our lesson for today. So tomorrow we're going to practice a couple more using both the elimination and the substitution method. And then you're going to take a quiz.
Okay.
Yay! Okay, Mom. So these are some practice questions before you take your quiz today. So the first question you can use the substitution method for it. Do you know why that is?
It's already set up that way.
What do you mean?
Y equals... Oh, because there are two variables.
No.
No.
You got it right the first time. It's because it has the y equals part in it.
Yeah.
Which means that you can go ahead and plug in the 5x plus 20 into the first problem.
Yes.
So go ahead
it's
and
already
do
set up
that.
to do that. Okay. So 2x plus 10 times 5x plus 20 equals 44. 2x plus dx plus 200 equals 44. 52x plus 200 equals 44. 52x equals is this right? Minus 66? That's not right, is it? I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Is there a negative up here anywhere? You want to start over?
No, keep going. Let's figure out what you did wrong.
So 2x plus 10y, and y is 5x plus 20.
You would
44.
subtract 200 from the 44.
Right, so it would be
So
66.
No, Mom.
No, it wasn't.
Here, use this.
56.
No, Mom, stop. Just use the calculator.
Okay.
44 minus 200. Divide that by 52.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So that's minus 156. Then divided by 2, sorry, equals, nope, I did that wrong. 156 divided by 52. Sorry, long day at work. X equals minus 3.
Yep. Okay, now you have to plug negative 3 into whichever equation you find easier
Okay.
to find y.
So y equals 5 times negative 3 plus 20. So y equals minus 15 plus 20. Y equals 5.
Yep.
So my answer is negative 3, 5.
Yep.
Okay?
Good job. Okay. Now, for the second problem, we're going to use the elimination method, which is where you will look at both of the equations. And so, in this case, you can see that 2x, if you multiply this whole equation by negative 3, then you'll get negative 6x up here. So then when you add the two equations together, you'll eliminate the x variable, and then you can solve for y. So go ahead and do that.
So I am going to multiply this whole thing by negative 3. So
The top one, yeah.
minus 6x plus 9y equals 39.
You can use the calculator if you
And
want.
6x plus 2y equals 10. It's more fun to see you sweat it out. 9 plus 2 is 11y equals 49.
Can you check on the calculator? Because I don't know.
Hold on.
Something went wrong.
I know. 2x times minus 3 is minus 6x, right? And minus 3y times minus 3 is 9y. And minus 3 times 13 is 39. So that part's right. And then 6x plus 2y equals 10. So this is 0.
Mhm.
That's 11y, right?
Okay. Let me make sure I did this right. Hold on. Okay, I think that that's supposed to be plus 3y.
Okay.
So I messed that up.
You can do that. So then this will be minus 9y.
Mhm.
Okay. That's easy. So this is 0. Minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7y
Mhm.
equals 49. So y equals minus 7.
Yes.
So then I go back.
Yes. Go back and plug in y into
Solve
whichever
for x.
equation. Yeah, and solve for x.
So I'm going to say 2x plus 3 times negative 7 equals minus 13. 2x minus 21 equals minus 13. 2x equals 21 minus 13.
Well, you're
Eight.
adding it. Yeah.
So that'll be 8, and x equals 4.
Yep.
So my answer is 4 and negative 7.
Good job, Mom.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, Mom.
Yes.
So now I have your test. You may use your calculator.
Okay. I have to solve each one.
Yeah, right on there.
Alright, so is today the 7th?
The 6th.
6th. 2018. Okay?
Mhm. Go ahead.
Alright.
I can't help you.
Okay. 5x minus 10 minus 3x equals 26.
Can you move it up, please? Okay.
I'm not cheating. 35x minus 70 minus 3x equals 26. 35 minus 3 is 2x minus 70 equals 26. 26. Oh, plus 70. That's just 96. 32x equals 96. So x equals 3. So if I plug it back in, then y equals 5 times 3. 5 times 3 minus 10. So y equals 15 minus 10. Y equals 5. And my answer is 3, 5.
I'm not saying anything. You gotta finish.
Alright. X equals 3y minus 9. I can solve them however I want, or do I have to use a certain method?
Whichever method you think will work best.
Oh, okay. Alright, so 4 times 3y minus 9 plus 7y equals 2. 12y minus 36 plus 7y equals 2. 12y is 19y minus 36 equals 2. 19y equals 38. So y equals 2. So x equals 3 times 2 minus 9. X equals 6 minus 9. X equals minus 3. The answer is minus 3. Alright, so if I multiply this times 2, I get Leave this one. 3x minus 2y equals 47. If I multiply this times 2, that becomes 4x plus 2y equals 22. 3x, that's 7x, that becomes 0, and that equals 49. So x equals 7. And then I plug x in, say here, and I get 3 times 7 minus 2y equals 27. 21 minus 2y equals 27. Minus 2y equals 6. Y equals negative 3. The answer is 7 minus 3. And here, I'm going to say, I'm going to add 3y minus 3y to both sides. So x is going to equal 20 minus 3y. So 5 times 20 minus 3y minus 2y equals minus 2. 100 minus 15y minus 2y equals minus 2. 100 minus 71 equals minus 2. That's a pain. Minus 17y equals minus 102. And then y equals 6. So if y equals 6, plug it back in up here. X plus 3 times 6 equals 20. X plus 18 equals 20. X equals 2. My answer is 2, 6. And that's my final answer.
Okay, so let's check your answers. Look away, Mom.
Look away. Look away.
Yay! Star student.